and a non-privileged resolution urging the Pennsylvania General Assembly to reject House Bill number 1885's proposal to withhold all state funding from Philadelphia.
Chair recognizes Councilman O.
Thank you very much, Council President. My resolution simply has to do with the issue of cutting off funds for Philadelphia. Different people, elected officials, may have different opinions. I don't always agree with the mayor, and that's one issue. However, punishing all Philadelphians for political disagreements or perspective disagreements is a very serious matter. And as, in particular, a Republican, I'm very concerned about House Bill 1885, making it out of committee. This bill, which disagrees with Mayor Kenny's designation of Philadelphia as a sanctuary city, would cut off all state funding to Philadelphia for an indefinite period of time. That is $2.7 billion annually. It includes $220 million to the general fund, $4.5 million to the county liquid fuel, $1 million to the water fund, $33.9 million to the special gasoline tax fund, which I believe repairs our roads, $1.3 billion to Health Choices behavioral health revenues, and $731 million for grants revenue, and $250,000 for aviation. It is a large amount of money, and it affects people in Philadelphia and including the district of the bill's sponsor. It affects kids with autism, after-school programs, seniors with disabilities, police, fire, emergency, medical, so forth and so on. I would like to point out that it is critical for our city government to let the General Assembly know that whatever the different opinions are that occur in a democracy, cutting off funds is not something that should be done in a trifling way. And when we had a budget impasse, many social service agencies and providers, including those in that district, suffered. And it seems to be a popular thing in Harrisburg to talk about Philadelphia and punishing Philadelphia. But again, as a Republican, I want to make it clear to the Republicans throughout our state that if you have an issue, and I have my disagreements, we'll do it in the democratic process, but you don't cut off funding to an entire city. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Councilman, and that resolution will be on next week's final passes calendar. Oh, we have other members. Okay. Chair recognizes Councilman Johnson. No? Okay. And Chair recognizes Councilwoman Quiñones-Sanchez.
Thank you, Council President. I feel compelled to add my voice to this concern and join the mayor. Councilman O called it ridiculous. Trifling, the mayor has called it ridiculous. I just really want to clarify, because I think the advocates, we're doing a bad job of really explaining this whole sanctuary city, and as it gets politicized. The federal government, after 9/11 and the Patriot Act, has the ability, the tools, to get anybody they want, at any time they want. What we've essentially said as a city, and I'm proud of, what some people might call the defiant behavior of Philadelphia, and I absolutely want to support the mayor, and Councilwoman Blackwell and others, again, have stood up with the mayor and said this is the right thing to do. They cannot use a city to indefinitely hold people for no reason and have us absorb the cost. If they want someone and they know they're a criminal or they suspect, all they do is go to court and get a judicial order. And then they release us from the liability of holding someone unjustly for the sake of them figuring out what it is they want to charge them. This is about the core of protecting our democracy, and that people are innocent until they're proven guilty, and that people will be given due process. And, unfortunately, we're now part of the national rhetoric, and again, the mayor and I want to continue to support him to stay strong. What we're doing is protecting who we are and what our democracy stands for. And for the federal government and for the political folks in the political season to utilize Philadelphia as an example, well, guess what? I'm proud of this example. We have